Hello everybody and welcome back to another Stardew Valley farm tour. I apologise for the lack of videos recently. I did take a break from this game because I played it consecutively for many days and many months, so I've took a break. I've also in that time done some changes to my farm, hence why there was no video for winter. I've rearranged certain things and made it a bit more organised. It's not what some people might call fancy, but I like it, so let's go. So firstly we've got our shed. It's not full, but it keeps everything out of the way and it just makes it look a bit more organised. I have my furnaces, which are currently empty because I've just done them. I've got my diamond replicators right here. They're always growing diamonds for me. I've got my truffle maker, my oil maker, and my recycling machine. I've got my cheese maker, my keg, and my jam jars, and a pretty simple wallpaper. Anyways, in my last video, in the bottom right corner, the trees were very unorganised in a very small part of the farm. As you can see, I've laid them all out with their own types of trees, 5 in a row, all nicely with stones laid around them, so it's a nice path. And then I've added a nice wall to make it all decorative and out of the way, so it looks all tidy. I'm not sure what I'm going to be doing with the empty space yet, like here, but I'll get there. And in the middle, I have got my crops. I'm sorry that some of the crops are empty currently, but I need to go buy some seeds. I've kind of neglected my farm a little bit as of late, but I've got them all 5 in a row as well. They're not organised by crops, just because it is quite hard to do that sometimes. But I've got my ones that grow on a vine down here, just so they're out of the way. And I've got my rare crows scattered around. So I've got my witch rare crow, I want to say raccoon rare crow. I've got my voodoo mask rare crow, and my other witch rare crow up here. The other rare crows are all put away inside of my little storage boxes in front of my house. Now let's go on to the animals. As you can tell from the last video, I have moved my farm over, as in my farm animals. They were, if I remember correctly, in the top left corner. And I've moved them down here into a much more open space for them. And I've expanded both my buildings so I can hold more animals. I do believe this is the largest one, please correct me if I'm wrong. But I've also bought some new animals. I've now got chickens and goats and piggies and cows and rabbits and ducks. My lovely farm animals. I also planted some grass for them, so in case the storage vault for their food does empty out sometimes, they've got some grass to chew on. Now this is the part I'm quite proud about. In the top left corner, I've got my trees. I've got my oak, maple, and my pine trees. They're organised 5 in a row, like the rest of them, all in their same type. So when they're all fully grown, I can put saps on them, the sap taps on them. Now this one over here is a bit weird. It's starting to grow inside of the greenhouse for some reason. If I remember correctly, it's because a meteor landed down right here and it kind of bumped it over that way. So I had to plant another seed here, hence why it's not grown much yet, but I'm quite intrigued to see how this one grows, to see if it actually will develop into a tree, because it is technically in the greenhouse on the edge of it. I've got one silo down here, which I do plan on expanding a few more once I have the resources to put a few more here. And I've also got my mushroom cave. Not really that interesting because you all know what mushroom caves look like, but I will show you anyway. And I will collect them, just because I am here. So yes, that's my nice little mushroom cave. Oh, and I've got my lightning rod right over here, so when it does storm I can get my batteries. Anyways, that is it for my spring year 3 farm tour. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you have any suggestions for what I can do with the empty space on my farm, please leave them down below in a comment. Anyway, thank you for watching and I'll see you next time.